Alright guys, hello. Welcome to the next game in the Boar Cup. We're close to finishing the group series here. Both players. It's actually a group A match between our good friends Tornagh versus Alekand. Tornagh on Berlin, Alekand on thing. Tornagh already advancing because he won his game versus Mitsaku, whereas Alekand this is going to be his first game. Alekand, a Russian player. Why I stress that, I have no clue, but in the sense that he plays in the different leagues than people here, so he might not be familiar with the EPP meta, which would be a big disadvantage because it's the best meta in the game, both in terms of warfare and in terms of empire management. But we'll see how he conducts his business, if he can get 1,315,000 at the start and stuff like this. Meanwhile, Tornagh should know the thing. I don't know if I hosted a dual series with him, but I think I might have, and I think he at least knows the setup and what to do, generally speaking. But shouldn't be someone who performs it too efficiently. Certainly not gonna. It's gonna be probably a suboptimal execution of the plan. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, both are capable players, so I expect good stuff. Right now we're just waiting for pausing since I'm hosting. I don't have vision, God vision, so unfortunately. I just want to see. Okay. Caramello is in a separate chat because he's hosting too, or streaming. That's fine. Now, All right, perfect. And all right. Okay. Well, too bad Serenade isn't here. I was hoping to talk to him before or something, but yeah. Don't have too much to say this time, because I think I've covered most of the matchup. I'm gonna be modding the game a bit more to make a different front for the actual groups or tournaments, bracket stage, whatever you want to call it, where the fighting is going to take place in China with a northern versus southern China. I'm trying to think, like, I like this amount of mercs for this amount, but maybe we can get a bit more manpower. Of course, the thing with getting more manpower is there's more men at the start of the war to manage. And for some reason, people don't like that. Right. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious what the reason is. It makes people feel inadequate, that they're not capable of managing this many troops. But I find that exciting. It's a challenge. And sure, you're not doing everything right. You're already not doing everything right here, but there's no cause to feel bad or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna, because here right now I achieved this force limit despite very little provinces and high dev everywhere. So comparatively, you have quite decent manpower to like typical games for this size. But I added a flat modifier of hundreds land force to both countries, and I'm thinking I'm gonna make more provinces, like maybe basically the same amount of provinces to get the same amount of force limit to get the same amount of mercs, but with either a bit more manpower or same manpower, but that means the provinces, each province itself needs less manpower. So that has a couple of effects in terms of each province giving less war score, each province being less valuable in terms of manpower, and a probably more importance given to sieging forts. if there are more provinces. If you have basically everything similar in terms of manpower, mercs, but there are 80 provinces instead of 63, that's already a big difference in terms of war strategy, because the strategy, overall strategy of winning the war without taking any forts, for example, is going to be harder in that setup. But I mean, I guess I'll have to discuss with other stakeholders about what the best thing is. Arguments for a bit more manpower would be that you would have greater potential for manpower saving, so skill would matter a little bit more in terms of the manpower. And the argument against is, as I said, that some people don't want to start with even more men, because imagine we increase the manpower a little bit, you probably end up with 300 more men, just of how much, given how much men we managed to get out of the setup. Because if you think about the setup, we start with like 200 men recruited and 200 men in the back thing. Like what is it exactly? 245 and 200. So we start with 450k men, and then we add another 900k pure out of efficiency, right? Estates, 2 times slackens, a lot of manpower regen, probably forgetting something, but yeah. So oh yeah, and of course mercs, 250 mercs also with maximum efficiency. Already starting to drill even though not everyone's arrived, yeah, but they just think, okay. Tornagh with a quick drill here, probably gonna have 3 or 4 cannon stacks drilling really fast, which is not insignificant. I was also thinking of maybe in terms of modding increasing drill speed or something. That way, the quicker you are in your cannons and on the drilling, you might actually get like 30% instead of 11% drilling, and it would only matter for that, but it would be something extra to min-max and a bit more impacting, or a bit more impact given to that very specific min-max stuff. Reading random chats. So hopefully our guys don't get discovered and we get quick vision. Forts and universities going up. No forts for Alekand. Wait. I mean... oh, wait, I saw one. Or maybe that was just my imagination. Yeah, no, there's strictly no forts. I mean, now that would be a bit of a problem. Oh, is Caramel not in the game? I'm gonna take a look at Caramel's stream. Hopefully that doesn't make everything lag, but I kind of want to talk to Caramel. I can't talk to him in the thing. I mean, to be honest, I think Tornagh is just going to win, because Alekand might be a more experienced multiplayer player, but that's mostly irrelevant. Because the biggest determinant of skill for most players, except the very best players, is going to be understanding and capability of performing the EPP meta, or I should say my own meta. And the tactical skill and sort of strategic skill. Okay, there he goes with the forts. Finally, okay, that's reassuring, I guess. People deploying with me about incoming EU4 game. Alright, I was going to hop into
эти крепости будут с нулевым содержанием. То есть, если у него стоят, допустим, если фронт здесь, то Торнагh просто включает сапог, забегает вот сюда на эти крепости, просто нажимает выстрел штурм, все, готово. Это ужасная ошибка. На самом деле Алekand совсем забыл вот об этом моменте. Но если Tornagh это заметит и воспользуется этим,
Anywho.
будет конечно.
Okay.
Нет, ну то есть за Берлин я, конечно, прогонял, но реальных игр за Берлин у меня одна была,
let's
только самая
первая. Yeah, everyone's gonna hear Carmelo on my thing, so let's mute him.
А почему?
Right. It's interesting. Carmelo actually has vision, so I can observe what's going on in terms of numbers through the stream or whatever. Okay, so where are the forts exactly? Let's look. There's no fort in Bremen. There's a fort in Stade and in no Ditchmarshman fort and no Lonenburg fort. Okay, that's very debatable. Okay, Altmark, yeah, Anhalt, bring in anything, but he seems to have covered the most important forts. How about here? Dresden, yes, extremely important. I'd also like to see another fort here somewhere to cover the Prague area. This is the least important area to defend us, or Berlin, all this. This is, so why is the geography like here making it so that people are more likely to attack? It's just the provinces are further away, and it's much harder to arrive in time if people are trying to maneuver down here. On the other side, if you lose this part of the map, you're probably going to lose a bit less manpower than if you lose things here. But here also it's because you have the Dithmarschen and the Lonenburg fort. So at most you're going to lose like these provinces. Everything here is always going to be safe unless people have to go for woods. Whereas here, this terrain is bad. I think maybe one of the things I need to change about Berlin matchup is actually just putting Urs or Payson as the woods. One of these ones, or Prague as the woods, because then this area would be a lot safer. This is the difference here. The second layer of Amsterdam is always woods, whereas here this second layer is not woods. So that actually is probably one of the best changes I can introduce. Okay, Amsterdam seizing power before Berlin, hopefully. Okay, no, both at the same time, that's good. And we just gotta make it this month without being discovered. So 4 cannons, all a 6-6, a 6-5, 6-6-3, 6-6, 6-5-5, and 2 other pretty bad ones, but can already be sufficiently happy about. Wait, how many mercs does he have here? Because no way he has 400 mercs. Wait, what? Let's see in terms of. Oh. Tornagh. With the too many. Alright, good thing that I noticed this. Right, almost didn't see that. Alright, so actually let's look at here. Alekand seems to have a lot of men. He should have enough, right? He is less though, but he has manpower in reserve, so it looks like he has sufficient, similar amount of men. They quickly need to start getting position. I like that Tornagh is already in position, though taking a lot of attrition. These vanguards are too big, huh? That is 100 definitely too much, the cannon stacks. You only want 80 maximum. And we're already trying to greed it to conserve more manpower. So here he's already losing a bit of manpower. He's going to be ready to attack. I'm trying to look at power projection, if I can see this here. Nope. Probably. And no way to see it here either. I guess I'll be looking during the first battle at... Okay, this is important. Let's look at... all policies activated. Which ones? The 5 moral. No policies here as of yet. Probably want to activate the moral ones. At least before you start force march. Okay, he's going to the frontier. It's time for war. Let's see. Up. There we go. Current war for... I'm not sure. I can't actually tell which is. Okay. So Tornagh instantly advancing. I like this. He's taken... Probably he was the one to declare. The way he advanced onto Groningen instantly makes me think that he was the one to declare, and he's going to occupy the war goal. Meanwhile, Alekand here, not instantly occupying this. Wait, does he only have... Okay, no, he has 2 more cannon stacks there. I was going to panic and say he has only 2 cannon stacks, because like maybe there can be specific arguments, specific scenarios for only 3 cannons, but definitely not 2. Alrighty. Alright, let's see. Still no policies here. I think Alekand gridding the manpower out. He's definitely taking less attrition every month here. So as the fighting goes on... Oh, wait, what the hell? No, Tornagh, what are you doing? He's taking... Okay, it's only -1, but still, that is very, very bad. Now, on the other hand, he has everything activated, whereas here the guy doesn't. So he might... He saw this, but why does he take all of these fights at the same time? He's advancing a bit too quickly. Let's see. Alekand not reacting appropriately and not activating the policies on time. Like, not greeting is effective, but on the other hand... Okay, this is a bit of an issue, is... You're standing on the fort, you just won a battle, you got some war score, that's good, but you're not getting past the fort here because you got assault and there's still a vanguard on the other side. You're also going to be losing a lot more manpower realistically, though actually even though it's -1, this quality disadvantage is definitely going to favor Tornagh here. So Alekand just making a very, very basic mistake. And he doesn't even have the icon, so he doesn't have the advisor, doesn't have the policy, doesn't have the icon. So yeah, that's just... Oh, what is this nonsense? Okay, well, whatever. Hopefully that was... Yeah, those are manpower, but okay, he loses 20k manpower. That happens. He reinforces too quickly. He did assault Munster here. So Alekand just strictly losing because he doesn't have the policies activated. I guess Sabaka isn't the only one. I'm actually going back to the other guy's stream because it's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, okay, like he should reinforce here to make sure, okay, he's gonna win the battle, looks like, but that dice roll though. No, now he really needs to reinforce. Oh, that was a bad choice in terms of reinforcing, okay. If out this now, Tornagh really wants to assault this. This is most important. There he goes. He breaches the wall. He 100% wants to assault and take that. If he takes Oversticht, then he can actually... This is like a winning position right here. Alright, well, okay, he's got here, even though Alekand probably had time to react to this, but now Tornagh is very, very happy. He has the world goal, he has sufficient forts, he just holds his position. This is like the optimal Berlin start. And he had more troops at the start, probably, because Alekand had some non-recruited. But mostly, he had a lot more... okay, they both have max mercs. Amsterdam still with manpower, but yeah, you can see he's lost a lot more despite these -1 fights. Which normally, like, think about this. Normally, someone gives you -1 fight, 2 -1 fights at that, you're just winning right here the engagement, you're putting your policies on, and then you're crushing your opponent in return. Assaulting 1 or 2 forts. Here you assault Stade, and because Tornagh did not have the correct thing here, okay, he keeps on pushing. There's still nothing in terms of the things. Like, how? What are you doing, Alekand? Like, Jesus. Well, I mean, Alekand is definitely getting eliminated. Like, there's also a better fight here. The rulers, or the generals, much better. 5-5 versus 6-6, still is -1. But a +1/+1 general advantage is bigger than the crossing disadvantage. But then you have to account for the... You have to account for the defender's disadvantage. Tornagh really reinforcing too fast though. Is that a fort that he assaulted? Yeah, it looks like he assaulted that fort while this was going on. So maybe he can just cut off these reinforcements. The sentinel needs to be in position. Okay, no, this fort is still keeping him right. Yeah, he can't walk here. But he's gonna win there. He shouldn't... Oh, he took that assault as well. Okay, he just stands here. He shouldn't continue. He stands there and... yeah, Tornagh probably... Like, as long as no one has anything going on, it's gonna be very, very easy for him, but yeah. This is way too greedy. He's, you know, at this point he's completely won the war, and he's basically gonna try and lose the war. Oh, Alekand saying, alright, GG. Yep. It looks like this was the quickest thing of all time. I mean, it's not GG until... or, I mean, I can't, like, call... He said GG, so I guess... Oh shit, Alekand forgot everything. Forgot basically everything. Alright, Tornagh doing his stuff. Rightio then. So...
Yeah, well, I forgot too much shit at start. 3 minutes is a really small time, actually, to be honest. And I felt like I was fairly rushed, and I forgot like a lot of important things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you sure did.
So yeah, sorry about that. No entertainment. But yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the policies, I forgot the build forts right at start. Although I did stud the forts like at the start of the... I had them at the start of the game, but I didn't have the policies, etc.
Like, actually I noticed that your fort just spawned, so that's why I attacked with everything, because I knew that if I win the battle I can insta-assault them and get them for basically free.
Well, I mean, weren't they ready anyway at the...
They were ready, but they were not full manpower. They only had like, you know, 1k man out of 8,000 in them.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, 3 minutes is really small for the start, to be honest. And I don't know, I also felt like the controls that I had were not very convenient. I don't know why, but I had some problems with that as well. Anyway, sorry.
It's fine. You need
a complete
you need to practice your setup.
State on my ring and setting everything in order.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, mostly make sure to just have a little paper with everything you need to do on it.
Yeah, but I have the paper, but I don't have the time to look at it.
Was it streamed? Was it streamed?
Yeah,
by the way?
well, Caramello streamed.
Yeah,
I
I streamed
recorded.
it too.
Did you stream
So
it
you
in,
have the. I think you have the fastest victory.
No. I have the fastest victory, but it's the other game I won in 6 months, literally.
What?
Oh, 7.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, okay,
That's-
Alekand. So you have
Exactly.
to contact the other guy and try to win there.
Yeah.
I mean, you will win quite easy there. He's really bad.
Wow. The trash talk. Anywho, well, Tornagh, you did pretty good.
Well,
though,
I
on
don't
the
think
other
I
hand.
showed that I was good in any way. Just-
You were much better than him. Like
Yeah,
he started the
yeah.
war with 600k, like me in my first 1v1.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Like that could have gone so wrong, Tornagh. Imagine he just remembers to activate everything, and you're giving him -2/-1 fights. Like,
And still winning them.
he still wins because he has more men as well. But
Did I go into -2?
no, not -2, not -2, but 2 times
Both were
-1.
-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, like compared to 15 discipline and 1 moral difference, like that's almost irrelevant.
I
I'm
also
not
think my best general was better than his. I have a
Yeah.
6.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, your general were really good.
Yeah.
My like first roll was really crap. Like was completely disgusted. Only the second roll was like
Yeah,
But
but
Alekand, you rolled your generals while you had a 69 army tradition, so you could have had.
yeah,
better
you need to roll.
slightly.
You need to roll before it unpasses when it's at
Yes.
80 army
Yeah, yeah.
tradition, because then
Right.
you have the bracket bonus of the 80.
But distinct. As Amsterdam, you don't have a manpower advisor, so you will get less. if
No,
you-
it's no. So what you do is you give the estate everything. You recruit 5 times because you get 200 military points from your estate, but you don't slacken yet. You wait that 1 month until, or 2 months, whatever time it takes to get the manpower guy.
Oh right.
But
yeah.
you do
don't
need to recruit your 5 generals on the very first day,
And not recruit them.
not recruit mercs. Yeah.
and not recruit mercs. Yeah, exactly. So you
Well,
want to
I don't
wait.
think I did that mistake. Did I? I mean, like, when did I roll generals? I think it was.
You
before
did
the-
it like in 2 months after
Yeah.
think I-
pausing.
Yeah.
So you actually lose like on average 1 point something 0.5 pips basically by just waiting 1 month. So that's
Yeah.
extremely impactful in terms of trying to to manage the RNG, to limit the RNG. If you roll 5 generals when you have 80 army tradition, and then you have another 5 rolls at 77 army tradition or something, then typically you're gonna not get screwed on the generals.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, so 2 months is like what, -3 army tradition or something? It's still.
Yeah, but it's
Still-
mostly you lose the bracket bonus, which is the big
Oh,
thing.
well. I see.
Yeah.
Well, that there's no brackets per se. It's like you.
No, there are.
There is minus, for is that, if I remember correctly, for every people you like subtract 20 army tradition, and well, I don't
Yeah, but
remember.
it's the very first. So there's that. That's the second part of the army tradition equation, and there's the very first part that says 1 divided by something minus, or divided by 5. I don't remember, but basically it says if you're in the every bracket that you get into gives you effectively 1 pip.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
GG.
GG.